so far, we have actually been working with what's called monic trinomials, right? If I go back to that one of the original ones we had, like x squared plus 3x plus 2, all of them, you notice that the coefficient of that x squared part, that's always been 1, that's right, yeah. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. What happens if we have something called a non-monic? What does that mean? Well, obviously if the number in front of that x squared is not 1. What do we do then? We have to take a slightly different approach, okay? Well, what I want you to think about is, there are really two situations that you want to use. You either want to take out a common factor, or we want to use another method, okay? So the first priority is this one. If you can take out a common factor, it may actually make it much simpler, okay? So going back to this idea of factorizing is taking out something that's common, okay? Let me give you an example. If I look at something like this, okay, 2x squared plus 6x plus 4, that's not the usual one that I'm used to seeing, because I know there's a number in front of that now. But Amelia, can you see, is there anything that's in common between all of them? Yeah, a factor of 2, right? So your first priority is, if I can see there's something in common between all of them, I'm going to take them all out, okay? I want to take that factor of 2 out, and then I want to think about what I get left with. Well, I'm just dividing here, aren't I? I get left with x squared plus 3x plus 2. Does that look familiar? X squared plus 3x plus 2? Ah, it's the one from your do now. Okay, so I know that once I have factored that 2 out, I can just use my normal Psf method, okay, to factorize that. Just as a reminder, when I'm thinking about my product, sum, and factors, I'm only looking at this part now. The product has to be 2, the numbers have to sum to 3, and that's just going to be 1 and 2. So that's just going to be 2 outside of x plus 1, x plus 2. Okay. Any questions about that one? It's actually not too different, right? All we've done is we've taken out a common factor before I've factorized that trinomial there. That's all I've done there, okay? So nothing too different there. That's the first type you want to look for. Let's just try another one together, okay? Now, again, I'm looking for what's in common. Lucas, can you help me out?
3.
What's in common? Yep, there's a 3 there, right? So I'm just going to take that factor out, and then I'm going to get left with x squared plus 4x plus 4. And again, that one looks very similar. That's the one on your do now. So you know how to factorize that one. I think I need two numbers that multiply to 4 and also add to 4. 2 and 2, yeah. That's going to be 3 outside of x plus 2, x plus 2. Okay? So nothing too complicated there, right? That's our first method of non-monic factorization, okay? When I have a number out in the front there, I want to look for what's in common.